Today I'm going to be going over the benefits, cost, and how to acquire these rare, epic, and legendary plans for armor and weapons in Palworld. Hey there, sport. Wanted to sit down and chat with you a powwow sesh. Uncle Austin, he's a smart guy, but let me tell you something. I'm not as smart as you'd think. You, me, and every other human on this planet, we're not smarter than the collective knowledge of all of us together. Now you might be sitting there thinking, wow, this is where you're supposed to be doing the intro of the video. Why are you giving me a real heartfelt sentimental discussion? Because before you go in the comment and say some bullshit like, he's wrong, don't follow this, just think to yourself, who's that comment for? If that comment is for someone else who needs to learn something, it doesn't help them because they don't know what's wrong. If the comment is for me, I don't know what's wrong. If you ever see something in a YouTube video of mine or someone else's, and you know for a fact that something isn't correct, point it out. That's the difference between constructive criticism and being a dick. All right, sport, now go on and why don't you have some fun with Palworld for the next 2 weeks until the next thing on Game Pass comes around that you care about. Yesterday's video had amazing feedback and questions and tips and tricks and everything else, and golly, I'm just gonna make a mega video of all that put together. Today, we're gonna talk about these bad boys. These are different levels of rarity of the different pieces of armor and weapons that you're going to be able to find throughout the game. The very first thing I want to talk about is what is the cost and benefit of you actually getting these rare, epic, and legendary plans. I have found all of the different levels of crossbow between its base, which you unlock in the tech tree, and then the plans for the uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. I've crafted all of these different crossbows and marked down all of the different results. First, let's talk about the base damage of the crossbow, which comes in at 280, which is pretty reputable. But then once you get to an uncommon, even one step up, that goes from 280 to 364, which is a 30% increase in damage. The durability goes from 300 to 400, a 33% increase. However, the materials to craft it is double. You go from 50 wood to 100, stone is 40 to 80, ingots go from 10 to 20, nails 5 to 10, and that's going to be the common trend that you're going to be seeing, is that anytime that you get a little bit more damage, it's going to be a little bit more durability and significantly more materials, because the number one thing that you're increasing is your damage per second, DPS. For the crossbow, you're only going to be able to shoot a crossbow at the same rate that you're going to be able to shoot a crossbow, but if that one crossbow arrow is going to be doing 30% more damage and you're going to be able to go another 100 shots before having to repair it. Granted, repair costs are also much higher. For that time period, that's when you're getting the most bang out of your buck. Once you go to a rare level, we go from 280 to 406, a 45% increase in damage. Durability goes up an additional 200 points. That's 2/3 better. Materials is 300% of the cost. Once we get to an epic level, it's 60% more powerful, double the durability, and materials are 450% of original cost. And once you get to the best level, the legendary level, you're at 490 damage instead of 280, a 75% increase, more than double the durability, and 6.67 times the material in order to craft it. And repairing it is also very pricey. The higher level that you get, the more bang for your buck, but significantly more expensive. That kind of makes sense, and because of that, it's important to think about what are the best weapons to upgrade. In my opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own, the number one weapons that you should be actually spending the time and getting better ones of are the ones that you're going to be having for longer periods of time. The crossbow, in my opinion, is one of the best weapons for you to actually go ahead and get a rare, legendary, or epic level of, because you're going to be having this. Once you're in the end game, this is still the best use of your regular arrows that you're going to be getting for free finding all around the world. The musket is going to be taking coarse ammo, however, so is the makeshift gun. And because of that, the makeshift gun, getting that at a higher level is going to be your best use of coarse ammo if you wanted to be, let's just say, frugal about your ammunitions that you've acquired. Looking at your final weapons as far as your handgun that takes handgun ammo, your single shot rifle which takes rifle ammo, your pump action shotgun which is better than the double barrel shotgun as both of these require shotgun shells to fire, And the final two best weapons that you may want to go ahead and farm up is going to be the assault rifle, which takes assault rifle ammo, and the rocket launcher, which takes rocket ammo. So far, I've got myself an epic handgun, and I don't really use the handgun that much, but a lot of enemies happen to drop handgun ammo, and a lot of chests have it, so that's the reason I hang on to one. My assault rifle, which I got a rare plan even before I unlocked the assault rifle, and I'm carrying around the Giga grappling gun and Lily's spear, which is just a great melee weapon. In this video, there are three main ways we are going to be talking about and going over the different types of schematics that you can get. The first and easiest way is to be going to these wildlife sanctuaries all throughout the map. Come around this giant circle and start just farming up the chests that are around the outside. Around the outside? That's right, around the outside. You don't have to have an endgame flying pal, it just makes it faster, like we just got a metal helm schematic. That number 1 refers to which level of rarity it is. The 1 is going to be uncommon. Some of these are really difficult to find, as in tiny nooks and crannies, and then just in really weird spots on the rocks. Another of the same exact handgun schematic. Here's also where you could get high-grade technical manuals, because once you're in the end game, this is how you're going to be able to get technology points once you don't get any more for leveling up. And as you can see, there's still lots of stuff that I have not unlocked at the final level. At the top right of the map, these are the spots that I actually go to, so if you want to mark these down on your map, go for it. In addition to this, there's 5 or 6 that always appear at the base level in the shape of a hexagon, which are the bestigons. At the bottom row, you have one on the rightmost side, one in the middle, one on the leftmost side. We're just getting some move fruits over here and some sapphires. On the second level, we have one on the left, and we have one on the right. More high-grade technical manuals. And on the third and highest floor, there's going to be one chest up here. Unfortunately, no plans on all of those. Since this is a wildlife sanctuary, if you were to get off of your mount, it says criminal activity underway. They might be like, oh wow, there he is, and it plays totally not the Metal Gear Solid sound, and then all you have to do is just go away. You can pretty much just go back to your base, and as long as you have some pals and you don't actually open fire on these guys, you're going to be just fine. You could also repeat this at Wildlife Sanctuary 2, which is located just above the volcano area. Once again, there's going to be 5 or 6 chests in the shape of a hexagon on the inside, and these are locations of chests I found on the outside. And at Wildlife Sanctuary 1, again, hexagon in the middle, these are the chests on the outside. From here, the second way for you to go about getting yourself these rare plans would be the chests in the large frozen area all throughout this top left region, and in the caves as well. Some of the chests that you're going to be finding outside are going to require keys, but not in the dungeon. And once you know all of the different ways to make your way to the back room, it's going to be very quick for you to just go ahead and get back there. Inside of here, you can find yourself treasure rooms that typically have smaller chests that have pal souls and ammo and coins for me. You're also going to be finding dead-end chests like this one right here that have pretty much the same stuff. This one is a small purple chest with just more handgun ammo and coins. And because of all that, that's why I typically just make my way to the back room. Now, it's up to you if you want to go ahead and take down the alpha that resides in here, or with the current glitch that's going on, you could just sort of throw your ride pal on the other side of the wall, get on top of your ride pal, open up the final 2 chests. We got a life pendant level 2 and a diamond, a future technical manual, which is 3 technology points. Sadly, no plans. But if you look right here on the map, all the locations of the pickaxes, those are the locations in which you're going to be able to find these caves. If you know where they are, you have a fast ride pal, you can make your way to the back room very quickly. And while this glitch goes on with the whole wall, you can do this as soon as you get your first ride pal. Granted, you're also going to need some cold equipment as well. And these ways are, well, let's just say, less consistent, and you never really know what you're going to get. And if you're looking for the highest grade of these specific plans, there is a way you can go about getting them easier. Thanks to information that was data mined and posted on Reddit by a Reddit user called Fading Black 43, this is a list of all of the different weapons, armor, and headgear that you can get as a drop from Wild Alpha Pals. I then decided to bring it inside of here and sort it by armor, headgears, and weapons, and most importantly, the tech level at which you're going to be getting these things. When it comes to armor at the beginning of the game, if you're able to take down Chillet, who is level 11, you can get the cloth armor, which is tech level 4, and the next better armor is going to be at level 12, and that's going to be carrying you until level 23 once you start getting into your metal armors. You're also going to be able to take down Elizabeth for metal armor, Astagon, who is level 48 for the heat-resistant refined metal armor, Linely Noct at level 49 for the cold-resistant refined metal armor, and the best 2 armors in the game, you have to take down Palladis and Necromus, who is going to be dropping you the heat and cold-resistant Pal armor. There are 4 different types of headgears in the game between the feathered hairband, metal helm, Pal metal helm, and the refined metal helm, with the refined metal helm being dropped by Menacing. And as far as weapons, if you take down Bushi, you're going to be able to get the legendary crossbow schematic. Beacon is going to be dropping the handgun, Suzaku is dropping the pump-action shotgun, Blazamut is going to be dropping the assault rifle, and Jetragon is going to be dropping the rocket launcher. There's also these pals who are going to be dropping random accessories if that's something that you're going to be interested in. Now that I'm at level 50, there's a few of them that I'm going after, which is pretty much just the best armor of heat and cold resistance, the best headgear, these 5 weapons. Actually, I've never really used the shotgun. It might be good, it might not be good, but it's not something I'm actually really actively going after. The crossbow, be nice for, me just using my arrows, higher durability, stuff like that. In my opinion, these are the 2 main game ones that those weapons can be used in the end game at all. And now gamers, full transparency, I already got the crossbow schematic 4 and the refined metal helm schematic 4, and then my computer crashed. I actually found out what my recent problem was. Because of settings that I changed a long time ago for fan speed, my graphics card was hitting 100 degrees Celsius and then just my computer would turn off. So I have a mod installed right now that is going to show us the exact drops that you can get from these pals. So say for example, there's a specific weapon that you're going for. I would recommend every hour that pal is going to be respawning, you go ahead and you take them down. And you might get lucky and get yourself the exact plan that you're looking for. But I would definitely recommend going and choosing to catch them rather than defeat them. If you decide to use the butcher's knife on them, there's a chance that you're going to be getting their drop again. See, here I have my 2 Blaze Mahuts that I've captured so far, and I know that this one has better individual values because that attack and defense at level 49 is better than his at level 50. I'm just gonna go ahead, take our level 50 guy and use the butcher's knife. That is a very large sensor. Okay. And there is a chance that you are going to be getting the drop once again. It is in their drop pool, however, it is not likely to happen. There's no exact numbers, it might be a 10% drop, it might be a 5%, a 2%, or a 1%. But just as you're going through and as you're taking down the alpha pals and as you're using that for experience farming, one of the things that you can get out of that. Well, great. Guys, I hope you found this information helpful on how you can go about getting yourself some of the legendary level of armor and weapons in the game, and a bunch of different ways you can go about it. If you found this information helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And for Austin John Gaming, until next time, Austin John out.